On the night of January 3rd, 2026, as the clock was about to strike 2 a.m., all the lights in the sky over Caracas, Venezuela, suddenly went out. By 5 a.m., Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro had vanished without a trace. The entire nation was left speechless in shock. But how? How did the United States manage to carry out such a daring operation under the eyes of the world? At that time, global attention was focused on the Caribbean Sea. International media was busy covering massive US naval drills involving warships and aircraft carriers. Even Venezuela's military was distracted, closely monitoring the sea, anticipating a possible attack. But while all eyes were on the ocean, a silent shadow war was unfolding in the capital, Caracas. This was not a conventional war. It was a carefully planned surgical extraction mission. The target, the president himself. This operation had been in the works for months. Such a mission, abducting a sitting president overnight, is not something that happens spontaneously. The trap had been set long ago. The US Navy had surrounded Venezuela's coastline, effectively creating a maritime blockade with warships and aircraft carriers. The United States had officially labeled Venezuela as a narco-terrorist state, claiming they were targeting drug traffickers. But in reality, the true objective was one man, President Nicolas Maduro. CIA intelligence agents had been tracking his movements for months, waiting for the perfect moment when he would be in a fixed location with limited mobility. That opportunity finally came on that fateful night at the beginning of the new year, under the codename Operation Southern Spear. At exactly 2 a.m., advanced US Air Force F-35 stealth fighter jets roared into action. These aircraft penetrated Venezuelan airspace undetected, evading radar systems and quickly created massive gaps in the country's air defenses. Russian S-300 missile systems deployed across Venezuela were neutralized early in the operation. Once the skies were clear, a squadron of Delta Force special helicopters and drones advanced into the Caracas. But before the main assault, an unprecedented interception was executed. As the Delta Force helicopters moved into the capital, the F-35 jets diverted in another direction, launching intense bombing and gunfire. Major military bases in Caracas, Fort Tiuna, and La Carlota air base were hit with devastating strikes. Explosions shook the city, flames lit up the horizon, and within moments, communication systems collapsed, plunging the capital into chaotic darkness. However, the destruction was not the primary objective. It was merely a diversion, a cover to allow another team to infiltrate silently. Taking advantage of the chaos, the main assault team began its mission. Delta Force operatives flew at extremely low altitudes, avoiding radar detection as their helicopters skimmed rooftops. Without any warning, they launched a direct assault on the heavily secured presidential court inside the military complex. Although the president's security forces attempted to resist, their defenses proved insignificant against the meticulous operation. Heavy machine gun fire suppressed the guards, leaving them unable to respond. Within moments, Delta Force teams split into multiple units and entered the building from different directions. Every step, every door, every staircase had been precisely mapped out in advance. Using flash grenades that emitted blinding light and deafening noise, they disoriented the guards instantly. Reinforced steel doors were cut open with blowtorches. Within seconds, commandos secured both Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores. Without any chance for negotiation, the couple was completely subdued and taken into custody. Special heavy lift helicopters near the rooftop, swiftly